What is this RPG Maker game? We're playing Stillwater.
Well, we haven't started the video.
Oh yeah,
you wanna intro it?
Subscribe.
What's up, bitches? We're playing Stillwater.
Water.
It's a indie horror game on itch.io or Steam. I'm not too sure.
itch.io.
I ate a bag of munchies.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have to take a shit.
Quarter bag of munchies.
Subscribe.
Hey, what's going on, my wonderful little bitches? We're playing this very fun game called
Little
Stillwater
Bitches
that you
is
can find
new.
on itch.io. It's gonna be the top link in the description below. Let's get right into it.
Let's get into the video.
I do hear audio.
Let's get in the video. You're gonna be fucking be in a psych room like 9 years later. Let's get in the video.
Scratching my arm.
Subject is fucking cooked.
Subject
Pops
is
AirPod back
dumb.
in.
Yeah. Bro got his degree from ChatGPT. Let's play Stillwater. This is a work of fiction. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm gonna set a 45-minute timer.
Calm down. If we can just talk it out. Why are you setting a 45-minute timer?
Because I think this one might go past 45 minutes.
Oh. So we're doing this like the old days?
Yeah, like the old days. If it goes past 45, we're gonna...
Like the
end it.
HSH days?
I'll do Nina. Calm down. If we can't just talk it out.
You're doing both characters?
So many strange things. Well, because you're going to be the MC. So many strange things keep happening one after another. Every day there's damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet.
Making all the grannies wet at the fucking...
The function. Every faucet, everything, and still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears.
Me pulling up to the function, nursing home, in like parentheses, making all the grandma-hus wet.
Please listen to me. Oh, but the water, the damn water! Water? It's everywhere. Pools of it are all over the house, and every time I try to mop it all up, another will appear. There's no end. But it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? I hear something or someone walking along the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina, it's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it! That thing! Oh. I only glimpsed it once, but I'm more than certain that thing was not your grandfather.
Holy character.
Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray it would walk past my room, or that it might enter my room and fuck me better than your grandfather ever could. Freaky water.
Freaky water.
I don't know what's going on, but I swear it just keeps walking, always walking on pools of water. Still water! Sometimes I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint, but I can still hear them. Just the steady pace up and down the halls. But I think recently it's no longer like that. Huh? Every morning I follow to see the wet footprints. It walks towards something more clearly than before. It could walk down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners. All of it I'd follow. Eventually, this bitch needs to take her fucking meds, bro. Eventually, the trail would come to a stop, and it would all stop right by your grandfather's room.
Oh, there's my grandpa.
His room? If this is some sick joke to scare me away, it's working. It's not a joke, Nina! I mean, when I said there's something wicked going on in this house, that can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me! I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. Aw. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather up until now, and I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'll be sure to pay you right away as soon as I... Nina, listen to me! I don't know what's happening around here! But... The woman on the phone cautiously looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth, looking over her shoulder to find if any other listening yet. She grips the phone so close to her ear in a vice-like grip before speaking again in a hushed tone.
It's here.
A single white tear rolls down my leg. Something terrible is lurking in this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and leave this place. Huh? I can't do that, silly. We have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. The rumors, they're true. The curse is real. My family's not cursed. But Nina, at this rate, You and your family! Enough! Pause. They don't love you like I love you. Cold and sharp, tenseness strains the call as both women, exhausted and stressed beyond their comfort, try to stifle their growing frustration towards one another. Neither yielding to the other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through the silence. After what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to the caretaker. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw. Look, I don't know what you... Wait. What's the fucking, Jesse Pinkman? Look, I don't know what you're selling, yo.
No, look, lady.
Look, lady.
I'm not buying what you're selling.
I'm not buying what you're selling, yo. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they'll answer to me. I won't let them have their way. Maybe they can have their way with me. I don't have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So if you can't help me, then fuck. Nina!
Yap Central.
My grandfather's all I have left. He's all I have left. All right. Huh? Me as fuck. Me.
Oh, there is something.
Josh moment.
Dinner.
Diner. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. Today, it was just black coffee.
I swear, I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency.
Hugo Laurent, age 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at his office.
I really need to find a different job.
Sorry, Josh.
You're good.
Oh, it's like so fucking quiet.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is it so quiet?
What? We would have missed this. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces. Proof of it remaining.
Wait.
Gotta adjust your mic.
Yeah, so I'm changing my sitting posture. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run away from my fate, I guess.
Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together.
Holy schizo.
Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines and missing person cases.
No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at.
Yeah, it's hard for us too, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Fixating case after case, he
What?
can't help but remind himself that there's a reason for all of this. An all too personal reason. Saying strange things comes with a price.
In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself.
Slut. Sounds rough! Mind if I join you? Coo ya? What if that
I
means?
said Suya.
An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although
you think it's a baddie or not?
I was literally about to say.
Yeah, I'm already ahead, bro.
Yeah, actually 2 steps ahead. I was about to say, this is about to be like the
3
baddest
steps ahead.
bitch ever. Before we're going to see her, smash her pass.
We gotta smash at this point. If it's a guy, bro, we're gonna kill ourselves.
Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man with the penis. You just said
I told us, nope. If it's a guy, I said we have to kill ourselves.
This is an initiative. Wait, tall man takes this as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and now jumbled newspaper clippings. All the while, Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. That African-American coffee.
Whoa.
Not ordering any donuts today? Should I do like Southern or just like a deeper tone?
I don't know.
Not
Wait,
ordering any donuts today.
I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay?
Not even a little?
Uh,
There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big breakfast for the two of us.
so he's gay? 2?
As if the world could...
2 sausages? And eggs?
As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives.
What the hell did you order for the 2 of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me.
Wow. Wow. Mukbang my swag.
Oh, he's
Right,
Filipino.
Hugo? Huh? Yeah, that's supposed to how to say it.
No, he's Filipino. Are you even
Oh, is
listening
he?
to me? I'm pretty sure it's either
It's-
Tagalog.
I was gonna say Tagalog.
I think it is.
It sounds like Tagalog. Guapo. It's the only Tagalog word I know.
That's Spanish, but
So yeah, it's like fucking Tagalog.
That's a cognate. Are you even listening to me?
I know my grandpa's wife says it a bunch.
Yeah, Shirley's grandpa fucks like
Mermaid
young
pussy.
mermaids. Nah, bro, they're
He fucks
sirens.
mermaids.
They're
Sirens?
sirens, bro.
You ain't got no wealth. That shit's a mermaid. Come on. We both know if you don't eat now, who knows when you will. And I'm not about to let you faint again. So, open wide.
I'd call it gay or just like outgoing. What do you
Yeah, this
think
might
it
be
is?
my bad for playing a gay visual novel.
No,
This is where we learn that we're actually playing a gay visual novel.
instead of a horror visual novel.
Noah DeLeon, age 27, a natural-born charmer, is also the only person in the world who lovingly threatens him to eat every day.
That's yaoi, bro.
Might be Yahweh. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints.
A what? A spoonful?
Only a spoonful.
King Von. No,
Only
not
a
King Von. King
only a
Bach.
spoonful. Noah
King-
then whipped out a comedically large spoon.
King Bach, not King Von. It's good.
Right. Good food will always help cheer you up, little buddy.
Damn him! I got swept away again.
Little buddy that I'm in a very straight relationship with, unless the game says otherwise.
How is it straight if it's 2 guys?
Oh, by very straight friendship with, unless the game says otherwise. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days.
Thank God there's a woman. I'm playing. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it.
Yesterday, I believe.
Hugo looks like Lloyd from Spy Family. Yesterday?
Yeah, he does.
Like 1 for 1, actually.
His hair is a little fluffier, I guess.
And maybe the eye
yeah,
color.
and his face is differently shaped. But yeah, I agree.
She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip.
I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you, that is. And lucky me, I know where you go just about every morning.
Stalker. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore.
Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off, little buddy.
I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out.
In that case, I'll come along with you.
Why? You could just rest for the day.
Pass up this opportunity to get to know you better and cool you out.
Quit it.
After their enlightened banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and
I don't know if
head
a cup of black coffee is a meal, bro.
to Hugo's car. No, he ate.
He what?
He ate. Brother ate. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside.
Whoa!
The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Oh, I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes the door while trying to make not too much noise to disturb its occupant.
Colby.
At the sound of his name, his heavy eyelids slowly peek to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner, this human.
Oh, so the 2 guys aren't in a relationship. The guy and the dog
Yeah, these
are.
guys are in a relationship. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Bark.
Oh, they got voice acting for the dog.
Bark.
Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap?
This is so confusing. Colby, 8 years old,
Damn, he old.
Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all this from the Noah, who is witnessing all this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy.
Dude, Colby had shotgun, bruh. That's crazy.
Ha! It don't matter how many times I try. When it comes to booting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Agency,
Yeah, and they
7:50
spent
a.m.
50 minutes eating and talking.
Driving. The three head back to the office. The space is just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess.
Do we think the boss lady's gonna be bad?
Oh, yeah. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit, it could have been better. I think the boss lady is the woman from the intro scene.
Maybe.
Not the caretaker,
Nina?
the other one. Yeah. Wow, you really did outdo yourself here, Hugo. It looks, less crowded, we'll say.
Shut it, will you? I said I was gonna get to it.
How about you get to me?
Thanks, boy.
Before Hugo could... Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic, and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitted clothes, drawing emphasis to her already too visible petite frame. The woman tries to grasp the door handle several times, but stops before she could touch it. Alright, bad bitch inbound.
Well, it's gonna be Nina.
Yeah, I stand by what I said. Her brow furrows, agitated and distressed about something.
Nina's gonna say something like she's 17 and is gonna
Nina's about to be like a
poorly.
child. So much to the point, it is preventing her from just simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. I'm so sorry. I know that ghost sign is up, but I saw you come in. That's gonna be horrible for you guys. Oh, chap! I saw you come in and
Are you alright, miss?
I need your help. My grandfather, he... Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes in all too practiced manner. Oh yeah, they're straight as fuck. It's okay, miss. Well,
They're
hear what you have
straight
to
gay,
say.
bro.
Yeah, they're straight gay. So please, why don't you sit right over here? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately to the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them and at the gestured seat. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. The woman then walks towards the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is wary and tense, giving no sign of comfort for even their brief moment of peace.
What if Noah isn't like a detective and he's just like there, like his good, like he's just there for the fun of it?
Can you start off by telling me your name? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this. But I guess I'm failing at that too. My name is Nina Mortimer.
Mortimer?
Hello, Miss Nina. My name's Noah DeLeon. I'm one of the assistants here. That big guy next to you is our rather lovely assistant, Colby. And the one brooding over here is private investigator Hugo Laurent.
Hugo? I'm not brooding. I'm just tired.
And our chief is away on business, but I think we can still accommodate to your every need. So how can we help you, Miss Nina? For just a moment, Nina appeared a bit more lax, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. However, she once again tenses up. The gullet and shame come rushing back to her, visible by the creases of her brow, and the once again realized why she is here. Like how no one has a fucking nose.
Yeah, they do.
No nose. He got something going on
The
there.
line by her
is
eyes
not
or
a
nose?
No, bro. Look
That's
at
a
that
nose,
shit.
bro, because it's like a side
She looks like
phone.
fucking, she looks like a fucking,
Kobe got a nose, bro.
She looks like a who? You got a big old lip.
Fuck. Just read the line.
I need help. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? I can give her like a robot voice. Yes, I know this is a strange request,
You
but
do
my
the
hands are
shit
tied on
I
this.
did in UMDC and give her like a fucking ghost voice.
It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone's trying to take him away. Take him? Miss Nina, I think you should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they're not! I am the Phantom, and this is my opera. I've tried requesting their help, but they've given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They would send someone to watch over the manor for the entire day. But by the end of the routine, they would always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving in the house other than me or the caretaker. And despite telling them all in detail about the letters and all the strange things that have been happening, there's nothing more they can do about it but just sit around and then... Oh my god, I need something to drink. I can't wait any longer. Any more than this, then it'll be all too late. If only I knew who Lewis was.
Lewis.
Lewis McClung? She let out a gasp. Her hands shot out to cover her mouth, realizing she said too much so carelessly. She tries to avert the gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Miss Nina, who is this Lewis? Are they the ones causing all these problems for you? Once more she contemplates, her brow knit closely together as she bites her lip nervously. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, too. Heavy to even utter. Sorry, I'm fucking illiterate. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches farther, Noah speaks to Nina with a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, now I know it's scary, all the things you mentioned so far, but no one should ever have to experience, especially by themselves. And I assure you, Miss Nina, we will listen to all of it. I promise on my mama. Wild and manic eyes search deeply at them. Trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her, to actually help her. From this alone, Nina looks to the side where her purse is and opens it. Tucked inside one of the pockets, she takes out a single slightly crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax seal pressed in the middle. At a glance, Hugo can tell right away that this letter appears to be a bit more worn out and antique.
I pulled up the fucking comments on this game and people are doing the brainwater shit. Apparently the playthrough time is an hour, so if you want to like play it through.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. And yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved, well kept. It's as if the letter itself was untouched by time, forever waiting to be opened.
Oh shit.
Grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letter didn't come with an address or the name of the sender, but this one is different from the rest. This had the name Lewis on it. Lewis McClung. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hand slightly shaking. Nina's still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she is trying in earnest. But before he could reach out his hand, he senses it. A faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. There's something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recoils his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp so spontaneously, so memorable, that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains. Something so small, akin to a prick from a rose's thorn, or more like...
a paper cut.
Are you alright? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you.
No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Hugo stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. A red so clearly visible, it's taunting. That don't look like a normal paper cut to me. Let me go get you a Band-Aid.
It's fine, Noah. I don't need one.
But I...
Really, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt that much.
Noah takes one good look at him before sighing exasperatedly and
Keep going.
sitting back down in his chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. Hugo shrugs and returns his attention back to the letter, but this time, luckily, nothing happens.
For it to reach all the way out here... Hold on. I was in the middle of eating a chip.
He's gonna fucking choke. I'm not gonna resuscitate him. Let him die.
Alright. For it to reach all the way out here with just a letter alone is truly terrifying.
Carefully removes the contents of the
like a
envelope
bomb.
and folds it. It's a fucking severed head. It's a fucking guy's ability from part 4.
JoJo, where he's able to trap
fold
shit in
people
the...
yeah.
Enigma.
Enigma. At first, it looks like any other normal written message. That was at first. A person named Lewis is asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However,
Wow.
what's eerily striking about this is not the letter itself. Appearing at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled, unlike the rest, stands visibly out to Hugo. Message that should not be there. Remember our promise, Henry.
When did you receive this letter?
Yesterday!
And your grandfather? Where is he right now?
That's me. That's her panicking. Her hyperventilating. He's currently back at the house with the caretaker. I promised him I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with him, you see.
Oh? What sort of agreement?
The caretaker we have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day.
Sounds like a clown.
Before nightfall, they would leave exactly at the same time.
Before nightfall.
That's what I just said. I wanted to believe that this whole thing was an elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know this sounds crazy, but at one point I thought everyone was in on it. The mail carriers, the office, the caretakers, everyone had a hand in making our family suffer. But this one was different. I'm screaming and I'm crying. Up until now, I've never been known by the name and not a relative or family friend. Wait, that's not family friendly? What about a family friend? But they clearly know who grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose. I'll lose him too. What the fuck are you gonna lose, bruh?
If we had webcams,
Lost
bro,
the
they
game.
could see me like pog every time some like stupid ass statement pops up.
We do like one webcam will be in the bottom left and Josh will be in the bottom right.
It says like Stillwater, and they'll see like the webcam go from like me doing this like.
Just by uttering the words, just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down.
And since like the webcam is far away, it'll be like one frame a
That'd be, like,
second.
right
It'll be
here.
like one frame a second, so like they'll see it and it'll be like immediately swap between for like a second and then change back to me staring normally.
The stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Her body hunches forward, her hands pressed close to her eyes as she tries to cover the stream of tears running down her face. Oh, that's the dog. I'm like, me as fuck? As an act of comfort, Colby sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her.
The dog got tissues for her.
Sure, man.
Oh,
Hugo,
no.
on the other hand, is puzzled.
Noah got tissues for her. She said this whole thing has been going on for the past month, but something doesn't add up.
It's like 2 + 2 = 4.
When are you gonna be done?
In a while.
Okay. I'm eating dinner.
What? God damn it, Leo.
So we're
Stop.
doing dinner after?
No. I don't plan on getting dinner tonight.
Okay, then I'll just order something.
Okay, bye. Fuck you, bitch!
Might have to cut that.
No.
And before nightfall, I think there's more to this she is not admitting.
It's the third fucking recording session in a row, by the way, where someone fucking interrupts it.
Well, that's happened all three.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with the letter, I am more than certain that whoever or whatever Lewis is, they're coming for blood. No, take the case, I want to play this game out. Also, if you reject the case, Noah probably says some shit like, dude, lock
Not
in,
cool.
bro.
I'll take the case, and they both die. Do you want more tissues?
We'll do it. We'll take on your case.
For a moment, everything goes still. Their eyes and attention are solely directed to Hugo, whose eyes have a certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tear from her face, and walks up to him. Kiss me, I'm Irish.
Rips.
You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you, thank you! You don't know how much this means to me.
We're glad to help, miss.
Nina! Please just call me Nina!
Well, Nina, we'll do our best.
Nina smiles at Hugo and Noah in gratitude, unaware that their best is not the best.
Why is Hugo, like, fucking slouched over?
Fucking tired, bruh. Her eyes renew with a
that's
faint
true.
gleam, a hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better.
Shit.
Unaware that Hugo is only doing it for some pussy. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into her bag once more. She takes out a small piece of paper and a pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I best be on my way now. I'll let grandfather know ahead of time you'll be coming. Also, this is my
90210.
address. 90210.
90210.
I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive. And thank you again kindly. She politely bows to them and walks
I don't
out
think
of the
Nina
office.
burped in this game.
Farted. She
I
brapped.
don't think Nina queefed
I'm
in
so
this
sorry
game.
I brapped.
Queef.
Already reaching into her pants for her car keys. Reaching into her pants and doing a little dance. Hugo watches from his desk as she opens the driver's seat.
Man, I
Nina
hope she
looks-
doesn't crash her car.
Nina looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She waves slightly at him before finally pulling out of the parking lot and driving away. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable.
I guess I'll have to sort these out later then, again.
Car.
Holy shit, holy
fuck.
time skip.
Fucking 8-hour
Car.
time skip.
I guess you took all that time sorting.
From the ongoing downpour to the quiet hum of the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rearview mirror to see any passing cars, but it was only them on the road. Noah, who usually chats his ear off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out to the passing streetlight reserved and distant. He hasn't said a word to Hugo since they left the office.
Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong?
What a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Kuya?
No, you idiots.
Monkey.
You usually just talk a lot, that's all.
So do you miss me talking?
Just say it.
It. Do you believe her story?
What?
Given all these things she's told us, do you think she's telling the truth?
Yes, I believe her. Or at least, I believe she hasn't lied to us.
Boy love,
But you know, I can't shake this feeling that she is hiding something.
I love, boy love.
Boy, like if she left out certain details on purpose. Also, why did she have to travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours.
Hit ha hoo! Reagan Arataka's here to stand on business!
What? I just don't know how to explain it.
Mob, go get the salts!
Salt.
We're gonna perform an exorcism right here!
Reagan, I don't know if this is gonna work.
I wish there was a fucking mob visual novel or a mob psycho visual novel.
You just haven't looked, bro.
That's true. As expected of you, Hugo.
Are you making fun of me?
Always. Until you die, until the day you fucking die. I'll be making fun of you, I'll never take you serious. No, not at all. I'm just admiring your observation. I didn't want to offend little old Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she even finished. But her last name caught me off guard, you see.
Huh?
Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family that owned an esteemed fishing company. And they dipped their toes in the slave trade.
Toes.
They have yet to name an heir.
What do you mean, name heir? It already has a name. Shouldn't it go to Nina?
It should, but I don't know. From what I heard, each time they try to name a successor, their relative mysteriously disappears.
Seriously?
Gone without a trace, or so anyone thought, their bodies would soon turn up months after. And you know what's strangest of all, my beautiful little boy? All of them have been labeled as accidents by local news. No foul play, just another unfortunate loss for the family. They've been struck with so many tragedies that over time, naturally, people begin to believe they were cursed or something.
Cursed.
Yes, I'm the exposition character. All I do is expose.
Blue cacuine.
I think I can understand why she would not want to go to the place, if I do say so. They most likely thought she was seeing things and went along with the procedures just to keep face. But deep down, they must have thought she has gone mad. Can't imagine all this for Nina. And most of all, who knows what we will find there.
Is that where you decided to come with me?
No, I came with you because I wanted to fuck in the back of your car.
What the Sigma?
Well, partially. I'm more worried about you.
The Sigma? Me? Why?
Because I care for you. I care for you, care for you.
Appointed driver?
Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Besides, two's better than one.
Exactly.
1 + 1 = 2.
Exactly.
Tell me I'm wrong. Exactly.
I was fine with Colby coming with me.
1 + 1 = 3. Well, have you heard that 3 is better than 2? Mortimer Estate at 6 p.m. Hello, I'm Mortimer.
No,
Pass.
Mortimer is their last name.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Mortimer. Morty. Passing through the countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can finally be seen beyond the evergreen.
Ricketh and Mortimer.
Going on crazy adventures.
Mortimer, thou shalt open the portal.
Mortimer!
Ricketh, I don't know if I want to do this, man.
Mortimer!
I don't know about that.
Mortimer! Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent, and classic. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged, and yet with all the opulence it looms from a distance. Hugo and Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor.
Yeah, Hugo and Noah could only gaze.
Hugo and Noah are gaze. Its grand statue topples easily over the dozens of houses they drove past. Well, would you look at the size of that? I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. It's almost too surreal.
Come on, she's waiting for us.
After exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavily on Hugo's chest. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hazes as he leans closer to the car, trying desperately to ground himself. Like a fish drawn out of the sea, he desperately heaves, "I'm dying!" The air in his lungs escaping too quickly burns as he feels his throat start to strain, drawing tighter the more he breathes. But this pain pales in comparison to the feeling far more excruciating. Is it this house? No, something far more sinister. He feels it. Something is watching him. A piercing gaze fixed on him, like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. We'll be together soon, Henry.
What the hell?
What the hell, my god?
Damn it already. I need to hurry. Or else.
My ligma's kicking in. Hey there, pal. Are you, feeling alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping him out of his fixated trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being.
Did you hear that just now?
Hear what?
That voice.
What voice?
It was so close to my ear.
What ear? What was it? Hello, I am Mortimer. Is everything alright?
There's Nina, not Mortimer.
No, it's Nina Mortimer.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
It's her new voice.
I'm just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all.
I'd be happy to make you tea at the very least.
Alright, nah, you can't do that voice.
Why not?
If it's no trouble.
No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, the subtle uneasiness from Nina's surface.
Does her voice change in the rain?
Hello, my name is Nina Mortimer. This is my voice in the rain. But before Hugo could get a chance to look farther into it, she walks off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright, pal? You sounded like you were choking earlier. Do you like dirty cartoons, man?
Like violence.
You like adult humor, man?
You should throw that up at the start of the video. So. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here. We can't back out now.
Listen to me. I think you should. Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. She stands by the door silently contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tried to mask earlier became more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective. Oh, Zia.
Hold on,
Get off your phone.
I was pulling up the adult humor clip.
Just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation words are not enough. You'll see for yourself what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Hugo's about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm.
Colby tugs his arm.
Now don't forget what I told you. If something done here happened, let me know right away.
You'll be the first to know.
Good. And you'll be the first to blow my
What the
dick.
Sigma? What the Sigma?
And
what
with
the
that,
Sigma,
Noah
what the
releases
Sigma?
his grasp on Hugo.
Yo, Grisp is the planewalker, bro.
The planewalker, Grisp the planewalker. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door.
Alright, let's hope Hugo doesn't speak for a while. I'm trying to finish this bag of chips.
Are you fucking serious? Greeted with a brightly lit hallway, Hugo notes immediately that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique furnishings, the house itself exudes the word elegance.
Whoa.
A classic and rustic... Shut the fuck up. Eat your fucking chips. A classic and rustic charm with the walls and floorings made from the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but gape. When he walked in. However, he notices something even more distinct than the splendor. Behind the seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air breathes through the house, leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please come this way! Bracing themselves, they enter a dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. Only the spare lighting from the window pierces through refraction. Huh? What?
Sparse.
Go fuck yourself. Through a fraction of the room's darkness. However, as they approach closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettling vagueness. Grandfather, we have guests! Hello, I'm gonna... Oh, what the hell? Oh my god!
He's got the Mangekyo Sharingan.
Sitting on the armchair is a very young man, not much older than Hugo or Nina. Or
I'm
Noah.
gonna voice him.
Sure, yeah. He's dressed modestly and shares none of the imposing presence of the manor. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. It's as if the flow of time had stopped only for him, while the rest had continued changing drastically without him. Just like the letter, timeless, delicate, and jarringly out of place. Staring only at the window, the young man sits there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around. I don't think he'll speak. Still. Motionless.
Like water.
Like a doll.
Like water.
Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. This is Detective Laurent and the two assistants, Colby and Noah. I like how they call Colby an assistant.
Yeah, bro. Integral part. He's a drug dog.
Shit, I'm a drug dog too. They're going to help us. Oh. Even after introducing themselves to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. And yet he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so I'll make them some tea. Would you also like some, Grandpa? He does not reply back, nor does he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room. Only fixates his gaze on the rain and nothing else. I'll be sure to make a cup for you two. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing some questions, the two follow Nina outside. But before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There's an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will never end well. So Hugo's eyes look like that? Hugo's eyes don't look like that.
Hold on.
Bro, read your fucking line.
Nina, that man.
Yes, he's my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know, this is hard to believe, but... Nina draws something out from her pocket. It's an old picture of a handsome man with slick back.
But he looks like a Johan from Monster.
Yeah, I see that. Slicked back hair wearing his finest of shirts. It's like a Yoshikage Kira. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him, one of wealth and power, none of which reflects on the all-current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at two different people, who look identical, and are just wearing different clothes. This isn't much to go by, but believe me, they're the same person. Then why, Nina, does he, of course, look so young, perhaps? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of water when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him, but when I did, he looked so different. He wore the same clothes that my grandfather wore that night, and his face, I recognized his face. He looked younger. So many things were rushing through my head at the moment, and yet I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk, but it's what happened. That was also the same night I found the letter. It was next to him, already opened. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the letters Lewis, and now this? I've been ignoring the signs for years and just blindly hoping things can get better if I try finding something on my own, all 17 years of my life.
I thought she was 18.
Well, damn. Looks like we might have to abandon this case, don't you think, Hugo?
No.
Ah,
Alright, that wasn't Hugo's voice.
Game
no,
is
I
game.
don't think so.
game is game. But that's not enough anymore.
Is game.
Maybe my family really is cursed.
No, they're not.
No, they definitely are.
Curses aren't real.
Then explain what's going on in there. Detective? Oh.
I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In truth, the ones who fixate on it make it their reality.
That is stupid.
Rumors, doubts, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real.
And that's why I will bring you to the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. What are we doing, Maguria?
Oh, I voiced McGreer. All you see is on me. I need you to oil up.
Oil up? I can't do that.
Demons are afraid of oil, Azami.
So where should
That's
I put
why
it?
they like. What?
Where should I put the oil?
On the ground or something. You're in
Oh,
the air.
you said oil up, and you just want me to put it on the ground.
Yeah.
I thought you were being a freak. So,
No,
Maguria,
Azami.
you said we're going to...
I'm bound to my wheelchair. I cannot be freaky.
So, Maguria, you said we're going to a party? What kind of party?
Dude, alright, I'm gonna read the line. Deep-rooted emotions
I
like
got this
that
set up.
can't possibly be healed or fixed right away.
The Diddy Demon!
Did he demon? Wait, I thought he was an angel.
That's crazy. Read your fucking line.
Yeah. But like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them.
Oh, right-click does that. What?
Bro's never played a visual novel.
No.
Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this. But I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and Mr. Mortimer.
The scene from Ghost Stories. My mother, my father, my that's
That's what it feels like when we hear voice games.
Oh, it's me. Thank you!
Good. Good girl. Now, our first
I'm
priority...
17!
Good girl. Now, our first priority is
I'm
to
13.
find out more about Lewis.
Lewis McClung.
Nina, the letter you showed us back at the agency, do you have it with you?
Oh, yes, it's here.
Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back.
Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I've searched everything on the letter and it's still come up with clues.
Ah, I'll be using it as a reference or a guide, if you will.
Fucking come.
I'm afraid I can't discuss too much of the process. Trade secret and all.
Ah, of course. My mother, my father, my grand...
I'll check upstairs, Noah. You and Colby check the ground floor.
Got it. Before they leave to do their own investigation, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in very close, seductive even, close enough for Nina to not hear.
Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially
My mother,
Nina.
my father, my grandmother.
I don't want her to be dragged any more than she already is.
Oh, I'll drag
So
her
whatever
up.
happens, keep her safe.
Hugo, you monster. Fine, but remember, yell for me, okay?
Say that again.
Bark for me.
Monster?
Bark.
No, not that. I know. Thank you, Noah. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, I got like 10 fingers and 10 toes, so you can count to just about 20 before we have any problems.
10 toes and stand on business.
One,
You too, boy.
2,
Kobe.
3, 4. With a final nod to them, Hugo then goes upwards Where the fuck did I get that word? Then goes towards the staircase and heads upstairs. No
What
stairs
word,
for
bro?
upwards. No, right. No. He then turns to look at Colby.
Fucking read the line, bro.
Well, it's time we get to work. Right, Colby?
Imagine he died in a visual
What?
novel and it made you start at the start of the game.
The objective is to look around in the area for objects. Use the arrow keys to the arrow keys. Outline. Well, okay, on the top right.
Like, cool,
is
it's
a
gameplay.
hand
Now I
button.
can eat my chips. Oh, we're Kobe?
Yeah, we're Colby.
Oh, no, I think he's just at the center. of
Now
the
we get to
game.
play the game. A large bookshelf stands close to the entryway. It contains a couple of photo albums and a few... Just double checking that was it. Delicate arrangement of violets and white roses seem to be fresh and fairly new. An old rotary tile. Telephone looks like it's still in good use. Alright, nothing interesting. Not a whole lot going on over here. Mr. Mortimer still sits motionless by the corner of his room. His gaze never leaves the rain. Alright.
You like adult cartoons,
You like
man?
adult cartoons, man? You like adult human, man? What was it? What was the other thing he says? Do you like adult cartoons, man? You like naughty words, man. Oh, you gotta pull it up? Mm-hmm. Here.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You like dirty adult humor, man. You like
You like
cartoons,
cartoons,
man.
man.
You like
cartoons with dirty adult humor, man.
Well, look no further, sucker. And follow
Sucker.
Jake.
I'm not giving him the advertisement.
You should use this as our intro.
Subscribe. You like dirty cartoons, man. Frames decorating the wall are covered in white sheets, veiled with a thin lining of dust on top of each one. Oh, fuck. I hope the chips pick up every fucking second, bro. I hope the mics pick up every second you eating those fucking chips.
I tried to lean back.
Okay.
So it
Wow, there's so many paintings
Also, it'll get
covering
cut
the
out
walls.
in noise cancellation.
Maybe. Are there more like this all over the house? Yes, my grandfather commissioned many back in the day. But sadly, he doesn't do that anymore. Oh, Nina, I can't help but notice the paintings are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for my grandfather's sake. For his sake, Nina. Yes, he was pretty obsessed with them, you see. There were many times when he'd mutter himself and would just stare at the paintings for the days on end. It worried me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then, he hasn't stared at any of them. He just sits quietly looking outside. I see. Man, doing these voices is hard. I need to go drink something. Maybe some alcohol. About the paintings. Oh, wait, no. About the... Hey,
I'm drinking the alcohol.
cut that shit out.
Yeah, you'll cut it out in editing.
No. About the paintings.
No.
I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all have
Adult.
water in them.
What?
I know this is not a coincidence since you've told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell me. No, can I ask you a question first? Sure, go ahead. Are you single? Do you believe in mermaids? What the fuck? What? Mermaids? I don't suppose I do. Why? Casting her gaze to the floor, Nina anxiously fidgets and tightly clasps her hands together.
Or
She
grandma's a
then
mermaid.
briefly sighs and continues. Well, there's a story, or rather more a fairy tale that my family has passed down. A fairy tale? Yes, well, it feels like one to me. It was about a fisherman who fell in love with a mermaid. Nina's like 1/5 or 1/8 mermaid. Every day, do I have to read this? Well, one day she vanished, leaving him confused and heartbroken.
don't
Determined
you
he would
read it?
sail many seas for a chance to see her again. Sailing from coast to coast, new lands beyond, and blah, 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 blah. Not long after, fortune followed him all throughout his journey and made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. However, despite all the wealth he gained through this travel, he never found the mermaid again. She would only be a dream, nothing more. But she did have his babies. And that's the end of the story. It doesn't...
Read the fucking line, bro.
It doesn't end happily, but I guess what I lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? I know it's an exaggeration, yet I can't help but wonder. It's hard to say, Nina. I just feel bad for the both of them. Oh? To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. If it were me, I would wish for the fisherman and the mermaid to see each other once more. Or at least that's what I think.
Wow.
Even if they were meant to be with each other? Yes, I think so at least. Lucky for me, I see my partner every day. I wouldn't want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. It's hard being alone, Nina. Yeah, you're telling me. A journey all by yourself? Mortimer Estate.
Tim, they've been here like 6 hours.
A half hour until 12. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead him here.
This is it.
Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and switches it on. It has a switch on it. It's illegal in 7 states. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From the customized window drapings to the vintage furniture. I saw this clip from a 4th of July block party where like 40 people were on someone's porch. It was from the perspective of a Ring camera. Like 40 people were on someone's porch, all ducked down during a shootout. And the camera captures this guy's face as he stands up, perfectly captures his face, perfectly captures him pointing a gun, and then holding the trigger, it has a switch and it just fucking full autos. Like a little pistol. And he's not able to control it, so it's like fucking shooting up and shit.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he shoots the crowd.
What now?
Crazy.
Everything here extrudes the extravagance. It was on Instagram, so wouldn't have been that graphic. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering despite its preserved nature. Show me yourself, Damon!
Damien?
Damon! Not demon, Damon. With like an E.
Oh. Scattered pieces of paper, all forgotten, lie waiting on the cold floor. Heavily etched markings are found scrawled all over the papers.
Cool.
A leather-bound journal rests on the edge of the table. Its pages are torn out so haphazardly that the binding itself is starting to fall out.
I love, boy love.
There's a little picture. Yeah.
Me and who?
An old photo of a lost time. A sweet summertime memory of a little girl with her beloved grandfather.
Wow! Wow!
Atop the fireplace, unblemished and unmarked by time, hangs a curious and familiar painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. Ah, yeah.
So what is... Hugo is you, right? What the fuck is Hugo's connection to the family?
He might be like a lost heir. Do the tea set. A pristine pearl white tea set sits patiently by, untouched and unused for quite some time. It might be a lost heir. You could go to the right side.
No, I know. I'm just double checking we got everything here. Now we're theory crafting about Hugo.
A classic wooden chest lies at the foot of the canopy bed. Its lock still firmly holds, safeguarding whatever is
I
inside.
think Hugo's also like a old family heir from like a long time ago who also like had his age
Is
reverted.
immortal.
Or yeah, is immortal.
Be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like dirty cartoons, man.
You like dirty cartoons, Mike?
What about the mirror? Wait, did you hover over the mirror? Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
I think it's this bookshelf is the last piece.
A meticulously organized set of academic books, ranging from non-fiction to geography, are all on display. However, hidden away behind the vast collection are some children's fairy tales, all carefully kept. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long.
Famous last words. Oh, nothing happened? What the fuck?
20 minutes?
Mortimer Estate, 11:50 p.m. Oh, he goes through the bookshelf. He searches and searches, and still there's no sign of Lewis. To Hugo, even if there is a fragment, a singular thread to that person, to their real selves, he couldn't find them. Hugo definitely knows what's going on, right?
Yeah.
To their real selves. But there is nothing. So I think Lewis is a spirit, and there's some like part of him that's
In
still
Hugo.
here. Huh?
Pause. Keep
There's
going.
some part of him here that is lingering, and I think that's gonna be like we have to try and find it. Remember that game, the SCP style one with that never got released, where we had to like find the symbol,
Oh yeah, I
and
remember.
it was like a bunch of scrawlings of things that looked similar, but it was like, was it someone's signature?
No, it
Like
was
someone
like,
accidentally drew a line through something they shouldn't have, and that caused the woman to go insane.
it was like a double line and an eye.
Yeah. Not one thing pertaining to him. It's as if the thought of Lewis barely exists at all.
What is going on? I clearly sensed that presence from before, but it's gone again. Damn it! I wish I had more time.
I'm going to brap now.
No, calm down. It has to be here. I just need to focus.
He ponders again, retracing every step and every little
So he
detail.
ponders again. Look at the top 3 cards of your
Yeah, he had
library.
Noxious Revival, so he's able to ponder again.
Oh no, he's playing a deck where it was 4 copies.
He's playing standard, or he's just cheating.
Well, ponder isn't in standard.
So he's just cheating. He's
Playing,
playing modern.
Yeah.
Hoping that he overlooks something. Yet all he knows is that the one tangible thing that connects him, that tethers so closely to this space, and most of all to Henry, is the letter. Words of promise, of love, all delicately etched onto a page, but tainted with a powerful and dark emotion that has been festering for too long.
Tainted.
From the very start of all of this, Hugo believed that whoever Lewis was, they were the ones responsible. He thought he could find them and convince them to stop their haunting for good, to bring them peace and to move on. However, that isn't the case anymore. The unnatural force that binds everyone so closely together in this family is not the cause of an angry spirit. No, it's something far more devious than that. As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices a change within.
Is this a time travel game?
No, I don't think so. Bearing no foreboding threat at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter, or rather what it once was. A sad and tragic love. Bazinga! If you can't come, then I understand. Things have gotten more complicated with your mother ever since she found out about us, right? Oh, they were gay! I'm sorry, Henry, for everything. It hurts to see you so
No,
torn
maybe
up.
they were experimenting.
Henry and Lewis were gay! And we love them for that. I would never hurt you or drag you along with me. If this is to be our farewell, then can I ask you for one last favor? Could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me.
Selfish.
But I'd like for you to have it. I'd be happy to know it's safe with you. My heart will forever be yours, Henry. With love always. Oh, they're not gay. It's Lois.
Luis?
Luis.
So this was the true letter?
Small warmth emanates from the paper, wrapping closely around his fingertips, quiet and soothing. The fragment Hugo was searching for.
Luis, I'm sorry. You were also a victim in all of this too.
You think the photo with the kid and the grandfather had the locket in it and we just missed it? You think that Lois is the fucking mermaid? The mermaid!
Please, if you can hear me, I need your help.
Thugum! Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom. As if something unlocked itself, Hugo turns his head towards the sound and sees the chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rusted features have not been maintained well, left to rot on its own. Suddenly, he stops at the sound of a voice, a sweet voice whispering to him, beckoning him towards the fireplace. Come here, my sweet, dear boy.
Don't go to the painting. Because if we go to the
Why the
fireplace, I'm
fuck
pretty
am I
sure
going
we
to
die.
the painting?
If we go to the fireplace, we die. So don't go. No! Stay focused, Hugo. I won't let it get to me.
Preparing himself, he heads towards the chest and opens it. Inside, scrambled together, are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. Yeah, there's this guy.
Huh?
An unidentified young man was found in the morning of 3 days prior to this death, according to the police. Ruled as a suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This certainly is a tragic loss, an unfortunate event indeed. Comments. No claim of his body has been made yet.
Lewis.
Lewis. By the corner of Hugo's eyes, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. Reaching for it, a locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brightly.
This must be the locket that he was talking
They're
about.
gay! Boy love! Boy love!
Play the novel, bro. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. And this picture! Did he put this here? No, it must have been Henry. But why would he store it away like this? What should I do?
Take the locket.
I should probably hold on to this for now.
Oi, chap! Take it then, please!
Lewis?
Gentle but distant plea echoes in Hugo's heart. Forgotten ache of yearning and regrets grips him deeply. Feelings not of his own start to rise like small ripples in a pond, wanting to be found again and remembered.
Don't worry, I'll bring it to him.
Bro's got Alzheimer's.
I'll make sure of it. My audio.
Yeah. He goes about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. Stillwater.
Uh-oh. What? Water?
Pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, already seeping into the chest.
Damn it, no!
Suddenly, the lights shut off. Scream is heard, followed by a myriad of shouts. He goes about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of pale feet before him. Yo, baddie. Looming over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of human emotion. Ah, fuck, another man. It appears as a young man, but Hugo knows that it's far from it. Now, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form, trying to be human. Hugo could only stare back. Paralyzed with fear, he's forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. But this time, it's drawing nearer. Inching ever so closely, the words call out to Colby or Noah. The words called to call out to Colby or Nora,
Kobe or Noah?
Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. And then it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. Cheers, love. The Calgary's here. Don't get in my way. All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip, and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurs and his breathing is haggard. He staggers towards the door. Get some fucking drink. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed.
Fuck!
Whoa!
Fuck.
He said the word. The big boy word.
Noah! Kobe! The dog gonna do, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. To his dismay, he's only greeted with silence at the other end of the door.
Damn it!
From a distance, he fairly hears the sounds of Colby's relentless barking as it gets farther away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window. He tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Like being underwater. His movement's slow and drawn out, as if being dragged down by that thing.
Fuck this.
Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splitting off smaller pieces.
What the hell is this thing made out of?
Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for a
What?
final blow.
Damn you, just break already.
Type shit. Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab hold of. However, he discovers instead of that the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of the vines. Carefully, he climbs out of the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet to his luck, this patch of vines he clutches starts to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip. Keep wanting to say grasp. Another, but fails when his hand slips out of reach.
Shit! Ugh.
Clamoring wildly as he loses grip on the ivy, he crash lands down under a thicket of bushes. air forced out of him, he heaves. Oh my god, bro. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious, and immense pain spreads across not only his back, but his entire body.
God, I'm getting too old for this.
Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up.
There is still time. I can do this. I have to do this.
With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this tragedy starts and ends. Lake. Whatever o'clock.
What, is he gonna fucking throw the lock in the lake?
Could be. Finally, entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah.
Colby, Noah.
I think the thing stole Colby and
Where
Noah.
are you? What?
I think the thing stole Colby and Noah.
Oh, maybe.
He hears faintly the sound of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echo, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Fortunately, she does not get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop, Grandpa! Let me go, my grandpa first! No, Nina, it's dangerous. You will get hurt too. I don't care, I don't want to lose anyone anymore. It's at that instant, Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing in Nina's steed. Hugo! No, don't! Bark, 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 bark. Please falls deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner can make him turn back. No. Determined, he forges ahead. Nearing the deep end of the lake, he sees Henry Mortimer gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled than before. It's as if all the life he's lived up until this point has begun to fray, draining every ounce of him, and surrendering it all to the lake. Before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs his arm.
Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please come back to the shore with me.
Oh. Motionless and unresponsive, he stares deeply into the water. The haze over his eyes is still obscure and persistent.
There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives, and you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you. Mr. Mortimer!
Hugo felt it. Slight jolt from Henry's arm as if stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo.
Nina.
However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him.
No, all of this is my fault. If only I got to see Louis sooner, then none of this would have happened. He was waiting for me, was patient with me, and yet, for all the things he's done, I chose my family over him. He's gone because I didn't pick him.
Henry backs farther away from the shoreline.
Mr. Mortimer!
His manic eyes never straying away from Hugo as he keeps his distance from him.
Louis, I'm sorry. I was the only one who dragged you into this. You deserved so much more. And I wished...
Henry struggles over his words. He clasps tightly to his shirt, his throat dry and taut from all that he has bottled up. From all those repressed and silent years of just waiting for the curse to finally take him.
I wish I had gone with you that night, Louis. Sir, even if you still covet that wish, it wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Louis. I read what he wrote to you I read what he wrote to you those years ago. Ugh. He understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Louis never thought anything less of you. He said so in his letters to you. Huh? His letters. For the longest time, I wanted to believe he hated me for that, resented me for that choice. Or at least, I thought it was easier for me to think that way. How long has it been since I talked about him? It's been too long, sir. But that's why you don't have to shoulder all of that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Lewis. All of it. Together.
This guy's like super in the closet. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. A promise that Henry had yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in a deserved forgiveness? Such a thing does not exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry instead. Its arms unnaturally contort around him, while its head perches on his shoulder. This thing, this Lewis, is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing cold green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved.
Whoa.
We can be forgiven.
Huh?
There is only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappeared into the water.
Mr. Mortimer!
Without hearing the anguishing cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives in after him, into the abyss.
Whoa.
Fuck if I know. Plunging into the icy waters, Hugo feels shock running rampant through his body, like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tip of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding, his chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs, hoping whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. As he finally gets closer to Henry, long snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out from him. He tries desperately to wrench its hands away, but with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Lewis! Where art thou, Lewis?
It's looking for Lewis? Huh?
Huh? Digging deep into his coat's pocket, he grasps tightly in his hand the locket that Henry Captain had long forgotten.
Digging deep into his what?
Digging deep into his ass twin. Holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. Ah, there you are. It releases its grasp. It releases its grip on Hugo's neck and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chains and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. Damn, bro did not go back up for fucking air. With his heart and body screaming in pain, he swims desperately to the surface.
Almost there. I just have to.
As the light from the surface begins to blur, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach out for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Before he loses his consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards them, getting closer and closer. And then, everything fades to black.
Damn, we died.
Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave. Not knowing where he's going, or caring for that matter, all he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he's had a good night's rest?
It's been too long. Maybe I should take that rest now. I'd like that so much.
I agree that you deserve it, but not here.
Huh?
I'm sorry for startling you. Just want to see... Oh, who is this? Just want to see you one last time before I go. Oh,
Lewis.
it's Lewis. What? Holy plot twist. Read your line.
I'm not Lewis.
Oh, I'm Lewis. You've done so much for me and Henry. I can't thank you enough.
No worries. I want to thank you too for watching over me. And also, I want to apologize for my remarks from before. I really thought that I had things figured out once I found you, but you know how that turned out for me. What?
It's alright, really. You're the fucking dog. I'm happy now. I'm in heaven.
I don't know what that's from.
Really? After all this time, I didn't think anyone could hear me. Especially Henry.
Lewis.
I was worried about him for a long time. He always wanted to keep me away from his personal struggles, to keep me safe from them. But I was too stubborn for my own good. Honestly, I don't regret it. Any of it. Even if I could no longer reach out to Henry, fate weaved its thread back to you, our tangent, connecting us once more to this very moment. And for that I am forever grateful to you, Hugo.
You're welcome, Lewis.
From a far-off distance, Hugo hears a voice crying out to him, beckoning for him to return. Well, they're waiting for you.
I guess they really are, huh?
Take care always, Hugo.
You too, Lewis.
I'm dead. Lake. A little after midnight, I'm assuming. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound. Whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! Also bears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks himself off. Confused, Hugo looks around before coughing up the remaining water in his lungs. Are you all right, my good friend Hugo? Noah starts to pat his back while Colby continues to whine over Hugo.
What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer?
He's safe, so is Nina. They're both all right. Police and the ambulance should be arriving soon.
Thank goodness.
Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of just, thank goodness. I swear you do not listen to a damn word I say.
I'm sorry, Noah.
Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches them. Detective Laurent!
Oh, Nina.
There's someone I want you to meet. Behind her stands an elderly man.
Hideo Kojima?
What's his name? The guy who does Studio Ghibli films. Looks like him.
Oh,
Fuck if I remember his name.
I don't know his name.
Frail in stature, he timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious gray, only eyes just like Nina's.
Hello, Mr. Mortimer.
Detective. Oh yeah, you're Henry, sorry.
Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Lewis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone I've never met, still went out of your way to save me. Wow. Not knowing my burdens or my faults. Oh,
Whoa.
shit. Don't scroll.
I did not get to do that.
Thank you. I was never played a visual novel.
Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him.
It's my pleasure, sir. What are we, Chick-fil-A?
I had Chick-fil-A earlier. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hand one last time.
I hope that someday you too will overcome it.
I'm gonna bust!
Wow.
The next day at 8 a.m. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early.
Morning.
With much fervor and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, he looks like he's going to combust any minute. Are you writing up that report? Without looking up, Hugo responds back.
Yeah, for the most part. You still need to write yours, too.
I will, do not get me wrong, but since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself. Oh my god.
Let me guess. 2 is better than 1.
Bingo! Bingo, bingo, right on the money. Wow, Hugo, you are really catching on. I am so proud of you.
Ah, shut it, will you? I swear, if only I hadn't fallen off from the damn window, maybe my report would have been shorter.
Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he paused at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer window?
I broke it.
Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why? Is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that?
I know, it was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him, and also the bill.
And
Surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. Ha 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 ha. Lucky us, right?
so what? You called it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it. You pay for it.
Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison.
It was him that trapped him in the room, so. Oh,
You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, we deserve at least a nap.
crazy. But before it could walk away, he stops and sees a familiar person walking toward the storefront.
Nina.
It's either Nina or the boss, carrying something with her. It's Nina. Good morning, you two! Just barely a foot through the door, a certain bloodhound stirs up from its resting spot and makes his way towards Nina, tail uncontrollably wagging. Ah, good morning to you too, Colby! Nina scratches behind one of Colby's ears, making his right foot unconsciously move on its own, scratching an invisible but desirable spot for him. Good morning, little Miss Nina.
Morning.
What brings you here this time around? Is everything alright with your grandfather? Yes, he's doing pretty well, actually, even better than before. We talked so much last night, I hardly slept at all. But honestly, it's been a while since I last spoke to him so freely like that, I hardly felt tired at all.
That's wonderful to hear.
But there's something else I wanted to ask both of you for. To put it bluntly, I need your help. If you two aren't busy, I would like some company eating. Inside a clear plastic bag are a stack of 2 boxes placed on top of one another. She opens the box on top and reveals a colorful array of neatly decorated donuts, all lined perfectly. No cramped or squished spaces, a work of art in Hugo's eyes. Wow, that is very pretty.
Donuts? They look so delicious. We're more than happy to eat these with you, Nina.
Haha. There he goes again with his damn donuts. But yes.
Companies are damn.
Please join us, Miss Nina. We were about to have our own breakfast, too. Weren't we, Kuya?
Always so brazen in front of others.
You don't make it exceptionally easy for me. You both have such a great chemistry with each other. This is me
On
and this is
second
Josh.
thought, I'm way too tired for this. I'm surprised it took you that long to say it. I'm going to apologize in advance for this, Nina. But truthfully, I've been running on last night? Bro, that was last morning's. I've been running on last night's coffee, and I'm about to pass out any minute now.
Oh, no worries. Honestly, I think I need a little break. Sounds like what we all need right now.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds to head for the couch. Colby follows after him. Would you like to join us, little Miss Nina? I would love to. I guess we save these for later then.
Yes, please do. Now come on, it's nap time.
Fucking group nap. Noah sighs heavily before setting down the food on his desk, then gestures Nina towards the sofa, in which she happily takes his offer and joins them. You get a nice little scene of all three. Aww.
I'm getting old.
I mean, you are old. There's no such thing as getting old.
Shut it.
This is really nice. Good boy, Colby. Come here. Nina quietly coos at him and begins to scratch the back of Colby's ears once more. Oh my god. Hugo leans a little closer to Noah, his voice above a whisper, but close enough for only Noah to hear.
You know, I'm glad that you came along yesterday.
Ha! What's this? You getting chummy with me as we cuddle on this couch?
Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved us back there.
Oh. Look, I told you before. I'll be there whenever you get yourself into reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Not
Book time.
finger my butthole time? Get some rest. You deserved it.
You too.
A calming silence fills the room as they bask under the morning glow. No big parties or celebrations. Just each other's company and sharing the small reward. Small and warm comfort. Then the boss shows up. Good end. Case closed. Aw, that was cute. What is the break room? Oh, it's like the music. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, well that was Stillwater.
W game, W
yeah.
art style.
We don't
I really
normally-
like the art style.
We don't normally get the opportunity to play long-ass visual novels on the
That was
channel.
like an hour.
Yeah, we were gonna. It was an hour and
10.
30 minutes.
Oh.
27, but yeah, 30. We don't normally do these because they are kind of long, but Josh said it was an hour, so I knew it was going to be about an hour and a half, so I figured we might as well do it instead of cutting it, 45 minutes short. Phenomenal game by a phenomenal developer. A very fun experience, and I would love more of my two little boys,
Hugo and
Noah. It's Noah, right? Hugo and Noah? Yeah. I'd love to see more of them. I really enjoyed basically that entire segment. It was fucking great. Yeah, honestly, I want more. I feel like the only thing left is I just want more. I'd love to continue playing more of those games on the series. I think Josh is doing probably what I was about to do, which is go to the developers page and see if there's more. But yeah, I mean, it's great. I would have enjoyed a little more interactivity, maybe some more puzzles or something instead of just, again, point and click visual novel. I get it. It's a visual novel.
Oh shit, this was the first place winner for Spooktober Visual Novel Jam 2021.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because this is a remastered version.
Is it?
Yeah, Studio Clump.
Yeah, again, phenomenal. The art definitely kind of carries a little, but the story writing was amazing. There's a lot, especially the early writing. I do want to say the early segment did definitely drag a little before you actually get to the house. However, I do also want to add on that the descriptive writing was fucking great at the beginning. There's so many segments where they just went on and on describing the place, the environment, the characters. It was a great time. A really good short hour and a half story. I enjoy that. It's better than some movies that I've watched. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to be just about it for Stillwater. If you guys enjoyed it, the top link down below is going to be the developer, the game page. You can go there, support the developer, leave them a 5-star review, comment about how much you enjoyed the game, and just all around be very positive to this developer. If you enjoyed my video playthrough, if you enjoyed the wacky voices we put on for an hour and a half as I strained my neck, you can leave a like, comment which voice was your favorite, and even if you feel so inclined, my wonderful friend, you could subscribe. You don't feel like you have to, though. I mean, you kind of do. But I think that's going to be just about it for today's episode. Josh, you got any wise words of wisdom? Anything you want to end off on that? Is this going to go down in the roster of our funny voices?
Yeah, me doing a British voice.
This is going to be up there with Maguria.
Maguria, it is just Maguria's voice.
It's very similar. Wise words?
Nah.
All right. Bye, bitches.
I think the game was good enough to speak.
Huge cope. Bye-bye.